Hey guys, so what we're going to do for this video is I'm going to work through one of these problems on this acid-base titration practice sheet to make sure that you're on the right track in solving these titration problems. So what we're going to look at is actually number 3. And we're going to look at this one because in the slides we looked at some of our more basic acids and bases, so like hydrochloric acid with sodium hydroxide. So we're going to look at some other ones to make sure that you can do it and apply it to other problems. So we're doing number 3, which says 50 milliliters of a 0.5 molar KOH are needed to completely neutralize 125 milliliters of sulfuric acid. What is the concentration of the sulfuric acid? So remember, the first thing that we need in order to solve one of these problems is we need a balanced chemical equation. So I know in this particular problem I've got KOH and it's reacting with sulfuric acid. Now remember that you are still responsible for your nomenclature skills. Not having hydro in front is indicating to you that you are an oxy acid. So you need to look at the back of your periodic table. So remember, I ate something icky. That bite was poisonous. So because this acid is sulfuric, it's ending with ic, which means the root of the word was an 8. So that means that it's sulfate. That's SO4 2 minus. Okay, this one right here. SO4 2 minus. So remember that we also know because it's an acid, it always has hydrogens in front of it. And we just need enough hydrogens to balance out that charge. So since it's a 2 minus charge, I need 2 hydrogens to balance it out because each hydrogen is a +1. Remember, you can also figure that out from your cross. So hydrogens are a +1 and then this SO4 is a 2 minus. And I could cross those guys so I get 2 hydrogens to every 1 sulfate. So that's the acid that I'm dealing with. So H2SO4. And then we know that an acid-base reaction always produces water and a salt. So essentially what's going to happen is this is basically acting like a double replacement reaction where my cations are going to switch positions. So my hydrogen and my potassium are going to switch from each other. However, we can't just kind of switch them and expect that to be the right answer. Remember that we still have to balance out charges. So if water is to form, that means that this hydroxide and this hydrogen need to bond together, but I don't have 3 hydrogens in water, I just have 2. So remember that we fixed that by balancing at the end, so that's okay. So we form some water, and then to get my salt, to get my ionic compound, I'm looking at the potassium bonding with this sulfate. So same thing, sulfate's still a 2 minus, potassium is a 1 plus. So that means I need 2 potassiums for every 1 sulfate. So that is K2SO4. So from there, I'm going to balance it just to make sure it's the same on both sides. Remember, it is important to balance so that you get the proper mole ratios, since there is that little piece of stoich with these problems. So I'm just going to start at the beginning. So I'm going to look at my potassium. So I've got 1 potassium here, and I've got 2 over here. So I'm just going to fix that by placing a 2 right here. So now that I have 2 potassiums. Okay. Next, I'm going to look at some oxygens. I'll just go down the list. So there are 2 oxygens right here, plus 4 here. So there's 6 total oxygens on this side. On this side, I have 1 plus 4, so that's only 5. So I know I need 1 more oxygen somewhere. Okay, it might be difficult to work with oxygen though right now, since oxygen is in literally everything. I don't know where exactly to put it, so I'm just going to move on from oxygen. I know I need to fix it, but I'm just going to look at something else. So I've got hydrogen. There are 2 hydrogens, 2 hydrogens, so there's 4 total hydrogens on this side, and only 2 on this side. Now because hydrogen on this side is only in 1 location, I know for a fact that I can fix it right here. So I've got a 4 versus a 2. So I'm just going to place a 2 right there. Okay, so now I've got my 2 plus my 2, so that's 4 is equal to 4. Awesome. My sulfur hasn't changed at all, so it's just 1 to 1, so that one we can leave alone. Let's just double check oxygen. So I've got 2 oxygens plus 4, so that is 6 total. And now I've got 4 plus 2, that is also 6. So that is my balanced chemical equation. Alright, so now that we have that equation, we can now start to set up this problem. So I am dealing with 2 things. I am dealing with my base and my acid. And this is a neutralization. We're trying to figure out that endpoint, that equivalence point, to figure out how much of one particular thing is needed to neutralize another thing. So these problems will give you 2 things. So it will give you volume, and it will give you concentration as molarity. So this problem says I've got 50 milliliters of a 0.5 molar KOH. So I know I've got 50 milliliters of this stuff. And I know it has a concentration of 0.5 molar. And I'm going to go ahead and convert that volume, because remember, for the molarity formula, it has to be in liters. I'm going to go ahead and just get that out of milliliters. So that is 0.05 liters. I just took that 50 and divided by 1,000 to get that. Alright, and then looking at my acid, all it tells me is that I have 125 milliliters of that acid. So I've got 125 milliliters, which is equal to 0.125 liters. And then it says, what's the concentration of sulfuric acid? So that's my question mark. What is my concentration? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to work with this KOH to start with, and we're going to solve for moles. Because remember, if I know my moles, then I can very easily move from one substance to the other by using my chemical equation to look at those mole ratios. So molarity, capital M molarity, is equal to moles per liter. Okay. So I know my molarity is this 0.5, so I've got 0.5 molar is equal to some amount of moles per liter. So I've got 0.05 liters. So I'm just going to solve for x. So all I'm going to do is just take 0.5 times 0.05, and that gives me 0.025 moles. Okay, so that's how many moles of this KOH stuff I've got. So I'm trying to figure out concentration of this H2SO4, so I want to move away from KOH and I want to move into H2SO4. So I'm going to use a little bit of stoich to help me do this. So I know I've got 0.025 moles of KOH, and I want to know how many moles of H2SO4 that is. And I'm going to moles because then I can then plug it back into this to find my molarity. So do not take this thing to grams. I want to know moles. So there are 2 moles of KOH for every 1 mole of H2SO4. So I'm going to plug that in. I want H2SO4, so I'm going to put that up top. Remember, what you want should be at the top of the next fraction. And you also want to set it up so that what you just had can cancel out. So I'm going to put that KOH on the bottom. So that cancels, that cancels. So I'm just going to do the math. So I'm just going to take this 0.025, I'm going to divide it by 2, and that gives me 0.0125 moles of H2SO4. Alright, so that's not my final answer though. That's just how many moles of this I have. So I'm going to go back to this formula. Molarity is equal to moles per liter. I'm trying to solve for this. I'm trying to solve for molarity. I just found moles. So I'm going to plug that in. So molarity is equal to 0.0125 moles of my acid. And I already know how much of it I had, because remember the original problem told us I had 0.125 liters of this stuff. So I'm going to put that underneath, 0.125 liters. So that's my mole value. I'm going to divide it by 0.125. So my molarity of this acid is 0.1 molar. Okay, so that would be my final answer for this acid. Okay, so that is how you solve a titration problem. Make sure you show your work. That is one thing that we will be looking at when we give you credit for this. So make sure you show your work. If you have any questions, please let us know.